has released this statement. They say, following the decision by the CAF Appeal Board, the Royal Moroccan Football Federation welcomes a ruling that upholds respect for rules that are necessary for the proper functioning of international competition. From the moment the final was interrupted, the FRMF has been clear in its position and goal: the application of regulations governing the competition. It has never been about challenging the sporting performance of the teams involved, but solely to ensure that the tournament rules are respected. Following the initial decision, which the FRMF appealed, CAF has acknowledged that the rules, known to all and applicable to all, has not been respected. The FRMF has complied with the correct procedures governing the resolution of disputes, including submitting its arguments and taking part in the hearings to which it was invited. This decision helps to clarify the framework applicable to similar situations in the future and contributes to the consistency and credibility of international competitions, particularly African football. The FRMF will continue advocates with continental and international bodies for the fair application of the rules governing the competition it participates in. And on they go. Sorry about this. It now intends to turn its attention towards upcoming sporting events, in particular the upcoming FIFA World Cup and the Women's AFCON this summer. The Federation wishes to commend all the nations that took part in this edition of AFCON.
OK, we've got some breaking news in terms of the way this story is now developing. And Senegal's government, in the last few moments, have called for an international independent inquiry into suspected corruption at CAF following the governing body's decision to overturn the African Cup of Nations result. And this is a statement that's just been released by the Secretary of State to the Prime Minister. In this statement, the Senegalese government said that the CAF decision contradicts the principles of sporting ethics. It goes on to say that it stems from a manifestly erroneous interpretation of the regulations, leading to a grossly illegal and profoundly unjust decision by calling into question a result achieved at the end of a match that was properly played to its conclusion and won in accordance with the rules of the game. The CAF seriously undermines its own credibility, as well as the legitimate trust that the African people place in continental sporting institutions. It's a lengthy statement. It also said Senegal cannot tolerate an administrative decision that erases commitment, merit and sporting excellence. Senegal unequivocally rejects this unjustified attempt at dispossession. It calls for an independent international investigation into suspected corruption within the CAF's governing bodies. And it continues, furthermore, Senegal will pursue all appropriate legal avenues, including before the competent international courts, to ensure that justice is served and the primacy of sporting results is restored. The government takes this opportunity to reiterate the nation's solidarity with the Senegalese citizens detained in Morocco following the incidents at the AFCON final. It's fully committed to monitoring this case to ensure a swift and positive outcome. And it finishes, Senegal will remain resolute, vigilant and unwavering in defending the rights of the Senegalese national team and restoring the honour of African sports. So, a powerful and strongly worded statement that's just been released by the Secretary of State to the Prime Minister and the Senegalese government, saying that the CAF decision contradicts the principles of sporting ethics, and they're calling for an investigation into suspected corruption within the CAF's governing bodies. So we will keep you up to date with this story.
From the competition, Senegal left the field. They, according to Article 82, are the loser of the competition. Article 84 says that it comes on and complements that and says, stating that any team that violates 82 will be permanently eliminated and will lose the match. So eliminated from the tournament. That's the story. That's what's going on. However, practically, what does that mean? I mean, if I'm Moroccan, am I celebrating? Am I in the streets right now? Am I enjoying it?